Lubbock Christian is rolling again toward another TAPS district championship this season. They have Prince of Peace coming up next in their next game. So we sent George Watson to visit a little bit with Hutch Haley to find out what's going on more with the Eagles in this week's film session.
Welcome back to the Fever, everybody, for this week's film session. And this week we are at Lubbock Christian University, home of the defending TAPS Division 3-1 Eagles. And Coach Hutch Haley, Coach, appreciate you letting us in this week.
Thank you.
The Eagles coming off a bye this week, but they've got Carrollton Prince of Peace this coming week. And Coach, 3 games left in the season. You guys are right there in the fight for the district championship. Talk about, I mean, it looks like it's going to be a fight all the way to the end for you guys.
Well, we're just glad to be in the mix, and our young men have really, battled hard, and we are in a position to at least share some of that title. And we've got some real important games coming up, so we're going to try to take care of business.
Talk about, you guys are coming out of the bye this week. How's everything look now that you guys are out of it, healthy, I assume, and ready to make this stretch run? We
did recover some of our players. There's one, Jesse Hill, probably will not be able to suit up this week, but 2 of the 3 will be back, and we're very excited about that.
I'll talk about you guys, like I said, coming off the district championship and been able to build on it this year. I mean, you guys are doing a lot of the same things, a lot of good things with, with some new kids in new places, but doing a lot of the same things, a lot of good things that you did last year.
Yes, sir. We lost 15 seniors, and so we start 5 sophomores this year. And they have really grown up in a short period of time and doing some great things for us.
One thing you guys do, obviously, is move the ball offensively and do that well, running the football. You've got a play queued up here for this week's film session up against Carrollton Christian, which was your last game 2 weeks ago. Talk about what we're going to see here, kind of take us through the play a little bit.
Okay. This formation is what we call blue. We are going to motion our Z, and so we're going to zoom him. This is what we call 25 ISO. You'll see Tech, run this. But what we're going to try to accomplish is get a good double team with our guard here and our center. Get some movement with these guys. Maybe a little combination where we can slide off and get to that backer. We're hopeful that our tackle will be able to get inside this defensive lineman and get him to move this way. We've got it where this back will come through and try to isolate this backer. If we have some problem off the edge, he may have to pull up there, and he will in this play. We'll have our Z come across. They will get a good little double team, buy us a little time on this block, and we'll hand off to Matthew Gray, who filled in for Michael Sanders this past week. And you'll see, we'll get a good double team, good block out here, and then our tight end, and you don't find this very often. We've really emphasized it. Alex Branson will come from this side, and he will actually make the final block back here that will allow us to score the touchdown. So, and I'm gonna pause it and go a little slower here, just so you can see the play develop. Get a good double team right here. Right here we got the block down. Got a good block here, and here's the block in the end zone. He's going to have one guy get a hand on him, but pretty much be able to go in the end zone standing up.
And it looks like you said, the tight end coming across here, you got the good hole there, but he really allowed the back, this guy to kind of take himself out because the momentum really kind of carried him past the play. Matthew, I saw, with a good cutback up in the hole there.
Right. Hit the hole hard. A lot of times you have these guys working hard, and these guys don't read that and don't hit the hole. But you'll see, Michael does that. I'm sorry, Matthew does that, and nice hole there.
One thing that I think and you've talked about Michael Sanders, which is the running back you started out with. He's been out with the injury. He's probably going to be back. But you guys have got some good depth. Like you mentioned, Matthew Gray. We've talked about Taylor Timmons over here, the fullback. Hunter at quarterback. You guys have really got some good depth in the backfield there.
We do. We have some really good skilled people. Even at our Z position, we got a couple of guys that can play there. At our X, we've got a good backup there. So that's one thing that really we felt solid about. The question mark for us beginning the year was our line. All 5 of these guys are new. None of those were there last year, but Coach Bro has done a fantastic job with them, and they have done amazing.
Well, the Eagles are really rolling this year. They got to go on the road this week against Prince of Peace, but then a big ball game coming here 2 weeks from now against Arlington Pantego. Coach, appreciate you letting us in this week.
Thank you.
All right, when we come back, we'll go through this week's games, and I'll have my picks right here on the Fever.